guys, do you remember that video where I said come travel with me, I'm serious, and I talked about wanting to put together a group trip for you guys to come join me as I travel around the world? Well, I sent out emails, you guys filled out surveys, and the #1 rated country, the country you guys all want to go to, was Bali, and I'm super thrilled because that country is one of my favorite countries I've ever been to. You guys have seen those videos, so you probably know why. Anyways, so that is the country I have chosen, and officially the itinerary is all put together. So if you want to come on a group trip, if you want to travel with me, then we are going to Bali in May 2020 from May 5th to May 13th. And so all of you guys who filled out that survey that I talked about in that first video, you will all be receiving emails with the itinerary for you to see the exact cost and every single thing that we do every day. And what's really cool is I completely customized this trip. This itinerary is based off a lot of things that I did when I lived in Bali. A lot of it is focused on Ubud, and a lot of it's focused on the culture, because for me, that's why I loved Bali. You know, Bali is great because it's cheap, it's affordable, you can live like a king and do whatever, but honestly, the cool part about Bali is the culture, it's the people, it's the locals, and that's what I'm going to focus on this trip. I mean, you guys know me, you know who you follow on this channel, so if that's something you are interested in, you can click on the link in this description. You can see the whole itinerary, what we're doing day to day, but basically it's going to be a focus on, you know, learning to make traditional Balinese cuisine, which is really, really delicious. We're going to be doing volcano hikes, sunrise volcano hikes, because we all know I love to hike. We're going to be going and praying at temple because that was something I did a lot, so dressing up in the traditional kabaya. If you are brave, we're going to be doing some laughing yoga. Going to the monkey forest. We'll be going to the beautiful island Gili Air. Gili Air is one of the most beautiful islands I've ever been to, and what's cool about it is there are no cars. Actually, vehicles are not even allowed there, so it's very quiet, it's very peaceful, white sand beaches, you can walk the whole island, and the water's super clear, and all around this you've got different islands, so we're going to go snorkeling, we're going to see the underwater statues, maybe we'll see some sea turtles. We're also going to go to Sunur Beach, which is also a really beautiful beach and has a big market alongside of it, so you can go and try to bargain for whatever you want to buy. What else are we doing? We're going to be doing a lot on this trip. I really wanted to action pack it, because we only have a short amount of time, but with a lot of beach relaxation. It's going to be very much like culture, beach, food, monkeys, and we also are going to take one day to do some volunteering and help do some beach cleanup, because for me, you know, traveling is great, but really when I feel impacted from my trips is when I give back and when I do something alongside locals. So we will be doing some beach cleanup. Bali, you know, it's beautiful, but they do have a problem with beaches full of trash, and if we want them to actually look like the pictures and videos we're seeing on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, then we need to help and clean it up. So that'll also be on the itinerary. So if you guys are interested, definitely check out the link in the description. Everything is based off of pretty much your guys' feedback. I designed it based on your responses, so that's why we're going to Bali. The price is again in your guys' price range, and you know, it includes hotels, it includes a guide to take us everywhere and explain everything, which is really important because a lot of times when you travel, you don't really know what you're looking at. So we'll have somebody to explain it, be our translator. All the transportation is included. Some of the meals are included, but honestly, Bali is so cheap, like, you're not going to lose money on meals or even alcohol. Super, super cheap. And, yeah, and the nice thing is everything's already figured out for you, so you just come and make new memories. I get really excited about these group trips because, you know, it's kind of can be difficult, even with like friends back home, to arrange stuff like this. Actually very difficult, and why I've never really done it, because it's hard to put together these itineraries and get everything on board. So I think doing trips like these is really like something to take advantage of, because it doesn't happen every day, and it's a chance to make new friends and make new memories. And I mean, I know I still talk to pretty much everybody that we went on the Guatemala trip. I've seen pretty much everybody from that Guatemala trip, and you know, those are lifelong friends. You don't just come across lifelong friends every day, so that's why I'm really excited about this trip. The other thing I want to say is, so Martini and Ray, if you guys remember them, they were the Balinese family that I lived with when I lived in Bali. And they were the entire reason why, pretty much the entire reason, why I loved Bali so much is because of them. I think about them all the time. And actually, it was recently my birthday, and they were the first ones, literally the first ones to send me a message and say, hey, Poppy, happy birthday. So they're a big part of my life, and I would love for you guys to meet them, and if you do get a chance to meet them, you'll understand why I had such an amazing cultural immersion and experience in Bali. So the idea is I will reach out to them and see if they want to join and be a part of this trip, and what that means is I'll ask if either they want to teach us how to cook, because part of our itinerary is to do a Balinese cooking class, so have them be the ones teaching us, or have them cook us a really delicious Balinese feast, which they did several times for me when I lived there. But I don't want to reach out to them until I know we have a decent sized group together, because I don't want to get their hopes up and then have to call them and be like, sorry, didn't get enough people, and then, you know, I don't want to put that stress or pressure on them. So yeah, I'm just saying it is hopefully in the cards for this trip for you guys to meet Martini and Ray and really get that cultural experience. And I mean, they're like some of the happiest people I've ever met in my life, and every friend of mine that has met them, that's actually been like their favorite part of coming to visit me, was not even seeing me, it was like meeting this family. So I would say if we can get at least 15 people together, then I will contact them and get this going. So we can take like 20 people maximum on this trip, no more, because then it gets really difficult to manage. And honestly, like, it's harder to connect with people when you're such a big group. So yeah, if we can get like 15 people to sign up, then we're gonna get Martini and Ray. And yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys are really excited. I love the fact that you chose Bali. Like, I was thrilled, just because that place, yeah, it's just awesome. So again, click on the link, and yeah, I hope that you will come travel with me May 2020. All right, bye.